Boom. I just got done with the workout, so, you know, I figured I should just show off my muscles and stuff. There's not that many of them, but I got a few. Come on, take a look. It's like, nothing like the UFC fighters do, but I got a little bit. No, I'm in my hotel room, and I realized I finally wanted to do the summary of UFC 205 and how much I freaking enjoyed it, how damn fun it was, and just everything like that. But I came in here and I was like, I just finished a workout, I'm all sweaty, and yeah, boom, there's the guns from today. I did my arm workout video today. So, you know, I did my arm workout, so it's got a little bit of muscle on there today. Not a lot, though. But that's it. I don't need a lot of muscle, right? I don't need a lot of muscle. I just have to be able to climb up a wall and stroke things and, you know, keep track of stuff like that. So, all right, let's go into the other room. We'll sit for a little bit, and I want to tell you all about UFC because some of you guys weren't there. Some of you guys have been impatiently waiting for me to tell you all about it. And it was really, really fun. It was fantastic. And it was just one of those experiences that you don't get to have very often. So hold on, let me see if that's a better light. It is a better light. Okay. So UFC 205. Okay, I'm going to probably have to sit down for this because it's going to take me a little while. Hold on. I'm going to put you right here on the stand. I'm going to put you on my stand if I can find it. I know, don't even look at my bed. I just got here like an hour ago, and then I decided to work out. So I literally just threw everything on the bed right there and was like, I'll organize it later. And then I did some laundry because I've been gone from my house for like 13 or 14 days at this point. So like I don't have any clean laundry left, so I did a load of laundry. Like, yeah, hit the fan today. I'm trying to PG myself. So everything in here is a mess, but at least I can tell you about UFC 205. Okay, so UFC 205, boom, happening right now. Whew. UFC 205 was in freaking New York City and Madison Square Garden, and it was cold because it was in November, but it was so super cool because I mean, it's never been there. I've never been to Madison Square Garden. And when I went inside, it was just a really cool experience. It was, I think we were sat on the upper balcony. So there was like the floor and then the risers and then like the next balcony up, and we were up there, but right in front. So we had excellent seats, and we're right next to where you could buy food and stuff like that. Tons and tons of people everywhere. And it was just, the atmosphere was just, everybody was happy, everybody was on edge, everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And we got there right when the, right before the undercard was really starting. So we got there right at, 5 or 6 o'clock at night and stayed the entire time. And I think we were done at like 1:30 in the morning. Just the atmosphere is fantastic when there's a lot of people in and then there's a fight going on. And there's a big punch thrown or someone takes somebody down, everybody's oohing, everybody's clapping, everybody's cheering, and it's like electrifying, you know, the atmosphere. Some really good fights were going on too. I was really surprised. Miesha Tate, she lost, and then when it was time for them to kind of ask her how everything went, she was like, I'm letting you know I've decided to retire. And I wasn't expecting that, and I guess I don't know that anybody was. I can kind of understand. Like, she'd already lost to Ronda Rousey twice, and then this one was a loss. And maybe she just decided, you know what, that's too many losses. Maybe her career was about over anyway. Like, I don't know how that works. How many losses can you have and still stay in the UFC at a certain caliber? But at the same time, she's like 30. I don't know how old she is, but she's young to retire. But like, frick, maybe she wants kids and a family and all that, you know, other part of life. Like, I totally get that sometimes it's just done with one career and ready to start another one. I've kind of been there where it's like, okay, I had one career and now let's start a new one. So I get it. I was surprised though. I didn't expect it, so that was kind of fun. Kind of an interesting part. Everybody was like, "Whoa!" Like when it happened, but they handled it really tactfully. Joe Rogan was like, "Oh, well, okay. Congratulations on all your successes," and that was really well done. So that's what was going on, and then and of course the freaking McGregor fight. What do you say about Conor McGregor? I think he's a marketing genius. Like, I think he knows what sells. He knows how to play to the audience. He knows how to market himself. He knows how to, like, play up during the conferences and stuff like that and kind of cause a little ruckus, because the more ruckus he causes, is ruckus a word? The more, trouble he can cause in a interview time or something like that, the more media attention he gets, the more it builds up. And hopefully he doesn't become the bad guy, because the bad guy, then you have people like booing against you and stuff like that. But man, I swear every other person that I walked past had an Irish accent. And there must have been so many people that like flew in from Ireland, or maybe they live in the U.S. but they're heavy Irish accent, like everybody. And when we went earlier in the day, we were somewhere in New York City just walking around, and we went to an Irish pub just to stop and have a drink, and they nonstop talk about it. Oh my gosh, are you going to come here for the McGregor fight? Because they were of course showing UFC on their screen TVs, and like for everybody who wasn't going to the Madison Square Garden. So they were talking nonstop about it, and then they were going to have after parties at all these places. Like, it was just crazy big. So, McGregor, I think he's wonderful. If I would have met him, oh my gosh. Like, I would just like to pick his brain and just be like, what do you think of when you market? Because I try to do the same things, with my own name. You're creating yourself a brand so that people have something to follow, and people like it, people respect it, people want more of it. And he does a really good job of it in the UFC. I would have killed to meet McGregor. So for me, it was just like the ultimate experience to be able to see him in person, to watch the fight. Oh my gosh, the actual fight was fantastic. I actually kept on saying to myself, don't get cocky, McGregor, because there were a couple of times when he literally puts his hands behind his back like this, like, come on, go ahead and hit me. And I was like, you're going to do that, and you're going to be just like, what is it, Anderson Silva? Was that the guy who did it, the black guy who did it, and he put his face out like that, and then he got punched really hard? Oh, it was just, like, don't be so cocky that you mess something up, and then it looks terrible. So I kept on thinking, oh no, he's just doing that, and then he's going to get in all kinds of trouble. But he didn't. So, he kind of bantered him around a little bit. And then, man, that left hand. How in the heck do you have that much power that anybody that hits that, you just hit the left? I mean, he must either have precision knockout so that he knows right where on the face you're supposed to hit to get that, hit the button where you just drop. Or just be at full force where, like, nobody can withstand it. Because that's all it took. I mean, it took a couple of them, but still, it's just, yeah, who's gonna stop him now? Guess somebody else. Okay, so now he's got 2 belts. I love the picture that they took. He's like this cocky guy. He's got a belt on each shoulder, and now he's like, now what's gonna happen? And I know that there's been talk that he can't keep 2 belts, so that he's gonna have to like relinquish one or something like that. But at the same time, there's all kinds of talk about when he's going to fight next and contracts and stuff like that. The UFC got sold. So now the new owners, they can do whatever they want. They can be like, oh, I don't want to pay you this and that. But he's really good at marketing himself. So he is worth a lot more than just the average fighter, because he's going to draw in so many viewers to pay-per-view and things like that, advertising, all the stuff that gets sold and everything. So there's so much more that goes into the business and how you're paid and things like that than did you win the fight, did you lose the fight. Like, you could lose a fight, but if you brought in the crowd, like, I would hope you'd get paid more than than a different fight that they didn't bring in a crowd, you know? Like, there is something to be said about social media and the advertising skills and how, and your name has value. So anyway, sorry, that's the business mind in me coming out. It was a great freaking fight. And New York City is one of my favorite places to go. Whenever I'm in New York, I just smile all the time. Okay, now you're saying, you smile all the time anyway, Anna. It's true, I do. No matter where I go. But it's just so different than anything else I do. Just so different than anything else I do. I ran and everything, and now I got a shower. It's just so much different than everything that you do. So the buildings are bigger. There's a Starbucks on every corner. There's people everywhere. Like, no matter where you turn, there's some place you can shop or buy stuff or all that, everything. So it's just a cool place. And I just love it. It's way different than my town. So there's the shower. Ooh, I can start the bath. Yeah, I'll start a bath. If I can get hot water. There. So, McGregor, good job. Miesha Tate, good luck to whatever it is that you're going to do again. And to everybody else, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Yay. Oh, that's really hot water. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because I freaking loved it. And if I got the chance to watch it again, I would in a heartbeat. So I hope I get the chance to go to another UFC in, I don't know, 6 months or a year and just make it a thing. All right, I'm gonna get in the shower and get all cleaned up because I just worked out. And my UFC muscles, yeah, I might not have UFC muscles, but I have some muscles. Some muscles, not a lot of them, but I'll do it this way and give you one more big muscle thing because maybe it looks good. And maybe it doesn't. Those are my guns. I'll rely on these, okay? I won't rely on those because they're not big enough yet. I don't really want them to be super big. I want them to be cute big. These are the important things. And a cute little trim waist and a nice booty and all that stuff. So, okay, I'm gonna take a shower. See you guys later. Mwah.